ACS CAN is quite interested in the patient-focused drug development. This is an initiative that has evolved over the years with FDA. It started in 2012 with PDUFA 5, and in that agreement, there was an agreement for FDA to hold 20 different disease-specific meetings. And basically what they did is they invited individuals or caregivers with a specific disease to come in and share their experiences with the disease with FDA. Traditionally what we've had is we've had an individual patient talk to FDA about their one individual experience. And obviously one person's experience can't be extrapolated to everyone. So these meetings were an attempt to get a broader spectrum of viewpoints. But what the patient community and FDA quickly learned is you're still only able to gather the input of the people who can make it to the meeting. FDA tried to facilitate remote attendance and some things like that. But we think about this as patient-focused drug development sort of 1.0. Version 2.0, which we are moving into as a result of the 21st Century Cures and the latest PDUFA 6 agreement, is FDA is required to come up with a series of guidances that inform how we can incorporate the patient perspective, but to also gather in a very systematic way. So it's not anecdotal, it's not a handful of people providing their experience of a disease, but really gathering data in a way that we can be scientifically comfortable that we've really captured the full spectrum of patient participation. And so ACS CAN will be very involved in those meetings and helping develop those guidance and making sure that they really are patient focused. Well, the goal of patient-focused drug development is really to formally insert the patient perspective into the regulatory decision-making process. So FDA is charged with making a benefit-risk assessment of any given drug or device. And really, the balance of that benefit and risk is depending on each individual patient and each individual disease. So cancer patients, for example, may be willing to take a much greater risk for the opportunity of a benefit than, say, maybe somebody with diabetes would. And to try and quantify how the patient perspective varies from disease to disease is going to be really challenging, because you have a spectrum of patients. One individual has a different risk benefit tolerance than another. And so really the challenge for this is to sort of create that standardized patient perspective, and to be able to capture both sort of what is the average and what is the spectrum of those perspectives.